If you're a longtime follower of the channel, you're probably a little confused by this video. Why are we sitting on a poker table? Why are there a bunch of apples in front of me? Well, we just received 2 of the new Sideshow apples, not Court of the Dead, although most of these are from, and we're going to do a different video today. We're not only going to unbox and look at these 2 new ones, the Witch and the Alien, but we're going to revisit the old ones. I've collected every single one they made, and then rank them. And then we'll play some poker.
Let's play some cards.
Gonna give it to you. Wait for you to get it on your own.
Hey, welcome to the Extreme Channel. Thank you so much for tuning in for this Court of the Dead Sideshow Apple review. Really quick, before we dive in, you can notice I'm sitting where the review table usually is, and now it's a poker table. So if you're a follower of the channel, you may know that nowadays the statues I get in are just huge and giant, so many of them won't be on the review table. So for that reason, I've turned the review table into a poker room, which I'll have much more fun with. And if this is reminiscent, this is where my YouTube channel started like 6 years ago, if you remember this. But anyway, enough about that. Let's talk about the apples. So here are the old ones. I have every single one they've ever put out, other than some variants, which were just different colors. So there's 7 here, and we're adding 2 more to the collection today. Let's unbox the Witch and the Alien. All right, let's start with this one. Don't know which one it is. I believe I still have all the original boxes from the other apples. And they were all packaged very, very similar to this. Just foam, no art box, nor was it needed. And if there's issues, call Sideshow, of course. And we're going to take a close look at not only these new ones, but all of them. All right, so this is the Witch, it looks like, based off the color. Some silica packets, and there she is. Face only a mother could love. All right, so I'm betting this one's the Alien. In fact, I put large amounts of money on it. Same packaging. Get a new blade. This one's a little dull. All right. And here's the reveal. I think I opened it upside down. I did. Oh, I love the stem. This one's really cool. All right, so now let's look at all of them together. All right, so we've added them to the collection here, and I actually have them in order of my most favorite to my least favorite, and we're going to go through each one. I have a cheat sheet because I can't remember the names of them all, and then at the end we're going to do some close-up video. I also have it on a slow turntable because some of them aren't balanced very well. If you move it too fast, some of them will fall over, which obviously they're not meant to rotate. I have them on my work desk upstairs here in this home. So my favorite, shockingly, is one of the new ones. It is the Alien Apple. Now, what's interesting about this is Sideshow originally was part of their Court of the Dead series, which is their own undead afterworld. And I owned a bunch of statues from there. You can actually check out some of these videos right here. And all of them followed that theme, but then they kind of just got out of it and they were like, we're just going to make apples in general, which I think is great. So, but the Alien Apple is my favorite, number 1. Then after that, this is the Rancid Apple. Now, what's interesting is they call this one Rancid, but it's just a variant of another one that's right next to it. But the Rancid Apple, this is part of that Court of the Dead series I was talking about. You can go back and check out some more videos on some of those statues. But it comes in at number 2, just the gruesome way that it looks. Now, number 3 is the original of that. So this was, they called this the Skull Apple. And as you can see, the Rancid just has different colors. But this comes in at number 3, so this was the first one in the line that they released, I believe. And it still holds up to this day. It's what got me excited about the line, especially if you're wondering about a price point of these. I think they started at $45. Now they're up to $65 over the last 5 years or so. Then you have the Rotten Apple. I think this one looks pretty cool as well. This might have been the second one they released. I may be wrong on that, but while the face is different, it's the same apple format as the one previous that we just talked about and the one we're going to talk about next, and you'll see that when we do some close-up video, but that comes in at number 4. Number 5 is the Spoiled Apple. Rotten, spoiled, what's the difference? But this one is kind of goofy looking. It's not as scary, and one of the reasons that it ranks higher than some other ones is because we start to get a little goofy with some of these. But I think this is kind of cool. You know, and if you look at them from the back, it looks like a real apple. So someone could definitely grab that, turn around, and be a little bit freaked out. Then we have a goofy one, which I really like. It's just interesting because it's a little bit too goofy. But number 6 is the peeled apple. So it's called a peeled apple because it looks like it's peeled on multiple sides. And he's got this really goofy expression. Almost reminds me of a jack-o'-lantern. But he comes in at number 6. Number 7, they called Cyclops. I would have almost called this like core. You know, it's like the apple core that's left. So I think the Cyclops is a stupid name for it. But that's what I found online. I don't remember what it was called. But it is a cool, unique variation. I like how they do vary what they have. Number 8 is the Witch. So one of the new ones, my least favorite. So it just goes to show I didn't pick the alien because it's the newest. Yeah, and you know what's interesting? They not only are making variants of a lot of these that are coming out very soon at San Diego Comic-Con this year, which I think is almost when this video launches, but they have variants of the Witch and the alien that you can't buy from Sideshow. You have to go through one of those authorized retailers. And when I say variants, just different color scheme. And then the last one, I can't even pronounce. This is, it's like 3 consonants in a row, CTH, Chaluflu or something like that. This one's just weird, and I just bought it because I'm a completist, and I wanted to make sure that I had the entire set. But still, I like the variation of all of them together. I'd like to get 3 more, so I have a dozen. Again, I'm just a completist. But let's just take some close-up video of each one, and I appreciate you watching. Throw down in the comments below which one is your favorite. Thanks so much. Check out the close-ups. Talk to you soon. All right, apologize about the background, but let's start with the least favorite, just so you can get a little close-up of him. And all of these I've made videos on, other than the 2 new ones, obviously. But I just wanted to give you, close-up. I don't know if these are supposed to be worms, which, you know what, the eyes are pretty cool, actually. Here's the back of it. So this one doesn't look truly like an apple. Little stem and leaf at the top. The Witch, the new one, you saw a brief glimpse of her when we took her out. This does, well, they don't make purple apples, but kind of looks like an apple from the back. Freaky eyes. All right, and then let's look at Cyclops, who doesn't have an eye, but he's smiling away. Sorry for the focus with the bright lights, it's kind of hard. Pretty cool. I do like, actually, I should have ranked this one higher. Too late. Here is the peeled one. Again, he's just goofy. He makes me laugh. You can kind of see the other side, how he's peeled. I think what I like most about these is just the creativity. Oh, see, that one fell. That's why you don't want to move it too fast. This is the rotten one, I think. That one definitely looks like an apple from the back. But the creativity of these is kind of what's like, wow, this is really impressive. Here is, I can't remember. Is this the rotten one? I'm not sure. But yeah, this is why this is my 4th favorite. Pretty cool. Again, looks like an apple from the back. So you could see someone reaching to grab it. I mean, obviously it doesn't look like a real apple, but got to figure out a cool way to display these upstairs. And here's the next one, even more of a ripe apple until you turn it around and you get the skull. Yeah, this was the original one, I'm pretty sure. And again, it's just very cool, very different. Look at the insides of that. And then they came out with the variant, which is my number 2 favorite. Maybe they called this one the rotten. Again, apples are typically not that color, but maybe sometimes they are. But I love the color of the eyes. And then let's look at the alien again. So clearly it doesn't look like an apple from the back, especially with the antenna as the skin, but I think that's incredibly clever. I love the huge shiny eyes. This gives me a Close Encounters of the Third Kind a little bit. So the variant color of this one is green, by the way, that you can get from retailers, which would be cool as well. I think I like the gray better, though. That's probably what Martians would actually be. Or, sorry, that's from Mars specifically. But there you go, on the Court of the Dead Apples. Make sure to comment below which is your favorite. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Yes, we're still giving away $1,000 statues at every 5,000 subscriber milestone. You have to make sure you're subbed to the channel, you like the video, and then leave a comment. We're going to pick a random comment on a random video and give away those statues. In the meantime, check out some of these other videos and my social media. Talk to you soon. Take care.